Hey everybody, DK left us hanging here, so I actually need another guest here. We got 30 minutes here to figure it out. Um, Hit me up if you've got me on Skype. Just hit me up and we can get you going. Uh, Shenanigans.
All right, I can be both guests.
Yeah.
That's fine with me.
I can't do two shows in 1 week where I have only one guest where I mean to have two. Definitely gotta fix that. Noodlecat, hey Noodlecat, you wanna be on? DK left us hanging. You're awesome. Or are you gonna be starting in the next hour?
Always fun hanging out with Noodlecat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, actually she's well you know of course from the Who's Gaming Now stuff. She was playing
Yeah.
that Montes or whatever today. I was playing that earlier. Weird horror type of game. Though for me, I laugh at horror games to begin with, and it's got the tragic consequence that it's in early access, and there's some unfinished pathways. So there were two areas in one of the zones where I fell out of the world. It's like, wait a minute, I'm not sure if this is some trippy thing that the game is actually doing to me intentionally, or if I actually did find a hole in the game and I'm just falling into textureless oblivion. Fun stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I seen you playing it, and then watched Noodle play it for a little bit. It
Uh,
looks like a lot of fun.
yeah, Noodlecat, you got it. Oh, yeah, I saw that. That's terrible. Definitely recommend getting some updates going if you haven't already tried that. But yeah, um, no, Rift Talk. I'm gonna get Noodlecat on. Noodlecat's uh, she's a regular. I'm definitely just gonna go with someone who I know has things working. All right. So till then, we're
For
just
sure.
gonna
We can
kind
wait
of,
5 minutes for
yeah,
Noodlecat.
yeah. We'll just be chatting till then. Then the picture's gonna be a little bit weird till then, but I'm not going to try to adjust it. I am, however, gonna change this because the chat information or the guest info is not what it used to be.
Oh, sure.
So what have you been playing recently? I know you've been streaming. Now that you finally got the machine for it, I've been trying to hang out a little bit. Okay, weird thing. I don't know why you don't have more followers for the amount of time you've been streaming. Everybody, follow Serial right now while we're hanging out, while you're thinking about it. If you're not already, I figure most of you are, but if you aren't, Serial's awesome people. He was actually the very first guest I had on live feature at him and Comrest 87. So
Yes, sir.
yeah, this is
Been
definitely
doing landmark since Alpha day one.
yep somebody who's been here from the beginning, just like me. And
Good stuff.
yeah, we've been playing this game a while.
So I just recently got back into streaming, like you said, personal problems with not having a machine to do so and such. And I really haven't nailed down a schedule. I have a few things I was looking at. I started off the other day was, waking up with this 5 a.m. schedule. And Belkin did something with their routers worldwide. Every Belkin router in the world quit working for like 15 hours that day. And so that threw a wrench in my plan. And
Oh, Serial, say something in chat real quick so people can follow you easier.
oh, of course.
Yeah. Now that Belkin update, that's uh, to use a less profane term, bush league. That is just bush
Um,
league. That's so bad. I
it's
would
still
have.
really mysterious at this point. Like, there's no official cause. There's a bunch of rumors. Like the official statement was that they had tried to push a firmware update, and that had caused the routers to
Hmm.
like misbehave. But not every model This was every Belkin model, and mine personally is not set to auto update firmware. So there was something about Belkin routers requiring to ping a Belkin hosted website in order to check for time discrepancies or something of the sort, and that their website was down all day
Hey,
too for
tell your
some
buddy to
reason.
stop trying to video bomb. Your buddy's he just walked by.
Oh, yeah, that's the problem with the whole room being in view here.
Yeah.
Who knows what else you guys can see?
Most of what they're seeing is
Yeah,
the top of the room.
yeah, just yeah. I guess they can't see.
That's just so funny. All right. Let's see. It is a
Yeah,
DK.
Pantaraguk brings up he works as a cable tech, and they were getting lots of calls for Belkins. That seems to be the case.
You know, the weird thing is, he actually retweeted the show here, but didn't respond when I said about calling up. So I don't know what's going on. I believe we have a Noodlecat that's ready though. 2 minutes.
Is that a face in the? You shouldn't. Oh, that is my green screen rolled up in the corner somewhere. Yes, it depends on who's asking what it actually is.
It's with an underscore. Alright. That goes back there. This gets one of these. There we go. Change this up. It's the cat that is the noodle. Alright, now everything's actually set for the show. I just need to wait a couple more minutes for Noodlecat to finish up with the pasta stuff. Can't rush pasta.
Noodles cooking noodles. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. There you go. Yes, my green screen is broke. Oh. Weird. My camera just did something. Or was that you?
What? Oh no,
There's more of the frame.
it was on my end. I brought up the little chat window so that way,
Okay.
yeah, that way I
I
can
gotcha.
see what comments you two have going back and forth there.
I was just worried that the camera's got like an auto zoom, auto focus thing. I
Yeah,
fought for a
no,
while trying to turn
no,
that
you're
off.
fine.
I
You're
thought it
just
turned
fine.
itself back on.
Don't you
Okay.
worry. So, a lot of folks in here. Pretty cool. Hey, Viz, how's the move going? Geo, are you all moved in yet, buddy? Did I just add soda to my alcohol? No, I just added alcohol to my alcohol. I
Yeah, sounds
threw
about
a
right.
couple ice cubes in there, and because this stuff is a little too rough on its own, needs to be thinned out a little for the caramel to kind of come through. It's a Dewar's White Label. Meh, kinda.
Ah,
Gotcha. Damn.
you're never finished moving until you've lived in a place for 6 months.
6 months.
You got to
Huh?
re yeah. At least myself, I have to move in. Everything gets thrown kind of in a spot. I think it's gonna be a month later. I move everything again. Start getting the boxes out of the closet. It takes me about 6 months to move somewhere.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yes, we will be fixing the camera. We're just waiting on the other guest. Noodlecat will be joining us shortly.
Yep. In fact,
Pour myself some
oops.
more drink while we wait.
Let me put this screen up for a moment so you folks aren't seeing all that we're talking about over there. There we go. Okay, good. You guys didn't see any game keys. It was nothing too big a deal. Add to group call.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Okay.
Alright, we've got cameras on the wrong side, so let me fix that. My,
Hi.
Searial, you became quite beautiful quite quickly. I don't know how that happened.
Noodle, that beard.
Yeah, aiming for me, trying to trying to gun for this right here.
One day, sir.
Should probably mute the stream. There we go.
Oh
Alright.
yeah, that's always a good thing to do. Oh yeah, I should probably change the audio source so people hear Wilhelm coming through the actual speakers or the actual line instead of just desktop speakers going through. Let's see if say something, Serial.
Hello? Testing?
Okay, that's cool, but what I do need to do is adjust you just a little bit here, so that way people don't see the blue border every time you talk. Otherwise, everyone freaks the hell out.
Oh, yeah, they don't like the blue border.
The blue border. The blue border of doom. Alright. And I guess I should probably get a tweet ready for when we actually get the actual show started. Speaking of which, hey, it's Poro Sorceress. How's the Poro Sorceress doing? Poro Sorceress is awesome.
Yes, yes she is. And the game she's making with Omid. Or not with Omid, but of Omid.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Which I still have to finish cutting the audio clips and finding good ones and send them over. Or maybe I'll just send the raw stuff over and just be like, here you go. She needed sound effects. I'm gonna be um, getting sound effects credit for yet another little indie project. That's the funny thing for me. Global Game Jam projects. This is the first year that I didn't actually do the audio on it. Pretty much all of my indie projects that I did way back when I was working in Flash and Stencil, I did all the audio on them. I did the music, I did the sound effects, I did the voice acting, I did everything. There's only a couple of them where I got some help with some of the art, and other than that, the Game Jam project, I did audio on the first two and a little bit of other stuff, and the last one was pretty much all game design and concept design, and we had a pretty well established composer doing the music for us, and one of my artist friends from Ninja Saves Hanukkah working on the art for the game, so we were able to make a pretty fun, substantial little project in a very short period of time. But
Very cool.
yeah, it's fun making games. Lasers and plane beasts and fairies. That is right. Omid versus the plane beast is going to be quite interesting.
It's pretty awesome. I've caught some of the stuff she streamed with doing the artwork and stuff, and it's pretty neat. It's pretty
Yeah,
neat.
definitely interested to see the some of the more complex puzzles actually starting to come together. Different ways where it's like, I kind of think of Tomb Raider a bit, where it's like the multifaceted puzzle where you have to put all the different working parts together, and then finally you can cross the path safely and not get crushed or eaten, or have the platform fall out below you, or whatever it would be, or just you get to the end but it's closed because you tripped some switch.
Max is asking if it's gonna have a Nickelback soundtrack.
It definitely should.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Only the Windows Phone version will.
Pretty sure Windows Phone is HTML5 compatible. So yeah, yeah, Nickelback. Oh well, too bad for them. Uh, so what were you just like regular old ramen, or what kind of noodles were you making there?
Just regular pasta with sauce.
Gotcha. Good stuff. I should probably make that later today.
Yeah, yeah. Whole box of pasta lasts
It's
for
good
a
stuff.
pretty while too.
Oh, I see people are seeing the blue border for you too. So let me fix that for everybody.
Those blue borders, man.
Those
Those blue
blue
borders.
borders. So I was kind of doing a lot of work and stuff, and of course doing the build stuff in Landmark, kind of watching on the periphery. And unfortunately, my second monitor doesn't have good angular fidelity, so most of what I was seeing you playing was mostly a black screen with a little bit of light here and there. How are you enjoying that game?
The new one, the
Yeah, Montes.
Montes. I actually really like it. I really, really, really like it. Even though it's early access, there's quite a few puzzle things in it, and it's got that. To me, it's got that kind of Silent Hill feel to it, where like you're wandering around and you know that there's bad stuff that's going to happen, but you don't know where it is, but you can hear the things, and it's got really, really good aesthetics to it, and that's what I really like about it.
Cool.
I was having a lot of fun. I got stuck in a couple places. Like there's some places where you jump down and you get completely stuck. There's no way to get out. But there's some interesting things and a couple like puzzles and stuff I haven't figured out yet. And there's some creepy creatures in there too. I didn't see how far you got, but like there was a guy with a TV for a head and then some other dudes that had like a bag on their head, and there was one that we what did we start calling it? Mr. Huggles or something like that.
Mr.
It was like the
Hugglesworth.
first
Yes.
Hugglesworth, yeah, the one that came up that had like the smiley face and was just like, "I want to hug you and I'm gonna hold you here and you're not gonna
Ted
go
was
anywhere."
all
It's
twitching and
so
stuff.
creepy,
Yeah,
so creepy.
good stuff. Definitely an interesting game.
Yeah, it looked really cool. I haven't gotten to play, but I watched both of you play earlier today. It looks really neat.
And you know what? I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
it's so
playing
fun.
again later today, and then Kremchek's actually gonna be playing it later today too. He's gonna be playing it after me at from like 10 to 11, I believe. So
And I think I'm playing it tomorrow too, right?
yeah, yeah. I
Yep.
think both of you are probably gonna be giving it another shot tomorrow.
Very cool.
Yeah, fun stuff. So, hmm. So Terry was moving stuff. Now Felgon's moving stuff. I guess this is the first time Felgon's had an opportunity to have a week to move because they actually have the latency between builds that he doesn't have to be there for a moment. Because otherwise, he's pretty much there every single week, to wrap up the build and get it shipped out for Wednesday or maybe Thursday, depending on updates and such.
Should be interesting going from an update a week to every 2 weeks.
Yep, yep. Well, that's
It's so
definitely.
weird.
It's. I was gonna
So
say that's
weird.
a show topic, so let's hold off on that one for now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Cereal, what you drinking?
I am having some gin.
There you go.
Some cheap gin.
Cheap
It's
gin.
my drink of choice.
Yeah, I've got cheap scotch going. How about you, Noodlecat? Anything fun?
Yeah, does that mean I need to go get my vodka?
No, well, it's totally up
Only
to
if
you.
it's cheap vodka.
It is cheap vodka. It is.
There
It's
you
fairly
go.
cheap vodka, and it's pomegranate flavored.
I mean, other than this,
Well, that sounds good.
I have tea. Tea. I probably shouldn't because I haven't eaten yet today. So
Oh yeah, hold
I
off
don't
on
really
that.
want to drink and then eat because the one time I did that ended really badly. So public service announcement for all of you guys in college. that are of drinking age, of course, if you do drink, do not go to your college deli afterwards. Bad idea.
Gotcha.
Sound advice.
Good point.
It's like the what is it? The Omid life tips. That's a Noodlecat life tip.
um, so when we do get rolling with the show, the three topics that I have down below are kind of the main things we're going to be focused on. That's heroic movement, the kind of push to alpha, and this being the first week off between updates. But there will be plenty of other stuff. I kind of took note during the show. There really hasn't been too much other news going on since from last week to this week, so it's mostly kind of focusing on extrapolating on the stuff that they talked about. I guess one thing that I am going to bring up now, it was going to kind of be the last subject, but we can kind of use it as almost a lead-in because it might not be official. They've potentially accidentally leaking, what's it called? Yeah, sorry, push to open beta, not
I was gonna
alpha.
say alpha. Alpha. Were you going backwards?
Did I say alpha?
Yeah, you said alpha.
I know it's listed here.
We know
I
what
know
you
I
were
have it.
talking
It's
about.
right on the ticker down there. Um, so
Deeply.
he accidentally said dwarves versus ogres. Whoops.
I must have missed that. I missed
Dwarves-
I did miss that. I missed that too.
Yeah,
I missed
no.
a little bit of the
He
show.
I think that's when my internet crashed.
yeah, no, he said ogres, and he said it in such a way that Dexella and Terry kind of, looked at him and kind of
Oh, no.
confirmed, like, you jackass, why would you do that?
Which only makes it
That's
worse.
probably
you know?
planned though. That's Dave.
It might be, it might not be. He's just an excited. He revealed the ledge grab before we got it at the Q&A, the Sunday Q&A. We were casually talking with him, and Poro was there. She can confirm this. That we were just talking about various things, and he brings up ledge grab like it's just casual conversation. And then when I asked about heroic movement and such at the Q&A, and things other than the grappler, they brought up the ledge grab. It's like, oh well, we kind of already knew that. Or actually, no. We already at the table knew that. I think that was when Terry accidentally revealed to everybody that there was ledge grab, because we didn't even realize that ledge grab was hush hush before that, and then it's like, oh damn, what did he just say? And it's like, oh hey, we actually knew that. That's kind of funny. So
I saw that at the
you know
the Q&A and the keynotes. Yeah, I was watching it on Steam. That was pretty fun. Pretty funny. I don't know.
I think that
I mean,
Dave
Dave
gets
has
really
so much
excited.
experience. Yeah. I think it's one of
Yeah,
two
I think-
things. Either he purposely does it because he does have like 20, 30 years experience as a producer and the face of a company. Plus he gets so excited. So it's probably something that's like ready to be revealed, but they didn't maybe want to reveal it at that moment, or he likes throwing out
Right.
tidbits of things and get people like excited as excited as he is. So I don't know. Having met him in person,
think
I
it's
can't
usually
believe that he
something-
would just like totally slip for no reason.
Sorry, Noodle. I think it's
go
usually
ahead.
something where he's so excited, and they've been talking about it, very openly in the office for the last week or so, and it just slips, And I that's kind of where I'm coming from. That's my idea on the subject.
But the main thing he was pushing for with it, and we will talk about this in more detail during the show, is dwarves equals lava. Now, I could see how that works. I actually had said many episodes ago that I figure it would be a category of its own in liquids, slag, molten things, and that would cover your lava, your magma, your the metal in various different states while you're forging and smelting and making your ingots and all of that sort of stuff. Just hot metal itself, that sort of stuff. I think that is what we're potentially going to be getting with the dwarves, because it's going to be a big part of their aesthetic and their whole um, metalworking kind of culture, essentially, because it's a big old thing for them. I would imagine they probably have a big old smelter that they do big public smelting jobs, and then everybody gets some of the ingots or whatever and bangs out whatever they're going to do in the community, and then sells those goods, or uses it to replace things. I don't know, actually. That actually sounds pretty awesome, like some sort of communist dwarves. uh, I would maybe rule dwarves at that point. That might be enough to shake me off, Karen.
I've been
Yeah,
saying dwarves from the beginning, really, just because we have all that, we have a lot of the textures already. We have the where the tools are right now would lend itself to being able to do dwarves pretty well for most people. The average person as well. Not just the crazy voxelmancy like you see with the Karen and the dark elves. Um, I don't know if it was the lava thing. I think what he was maybe trying to joke about was dwarves have been pushed back so much because people haven't voted for him, that like they kept making the jokes that dwarves would never be part of the contest because we keep not winning, or not we, but they keep not winning. So maybe the idea was, yeah, we'll do dwarves when we have lava, because we all know that the caves and the lava and all that stuff and dynamic waters and all that stuff is pretty far down the road. So I don't know. That's what I got by the way he responded to Dexella, but it's all semantics and like the way things were worded.
I kind of wonder at this point, if it were to be a vote between dwarves and ogres, who would win? And like, I kind of see maybe like the PvP centric crowd that come from World of Warcraft or whatever game they happen to be coming from, might want that physically imposing, war chief and ogre, and dwarves could lose again. And if something were to happen like that, I feel sorry for everyone close to brass in the studio.
If it is the WoW people, it would probably ogres would probably win, because everyone in WoW has been asking for ogres for the last 10 years. So yeah,
Yeah,
they might actually win.
I
I don't
could
know,
see
people don't
that,
like dwarves. I
actually.
don't know why people don't like dwarves. I like dwarves.
I like
Actually,
dwarves.
we've already had people able to make awesome looking dwarf stuff. Back in alpha, I was seeing cool
Hmm.
looking dwarf stuff. So, we people have been ready to make dwarf stuff. I think this will finally be it. Uh, I think people really, really, really are gonna go for the dwarf this time, just because we're all ready, we're all set, and I think a lot of people are probably going to be really excited for the types of props and materials and other things that would actually be coming with dwarves. Karen's were kind of a weird one. It's like, yeah, we got some different plasters, some different woods, some wood lattice, some different
That
rugs.
plaster's awesome.
We got some tables and some cushions and some seats, and the fabric, and eventually fabric will be a its own category and not just a variation of dirt. But
Make
um,
fabric blocks now. Make them
yeah,
now.
yeah, I've got an
Stockpile
underground
that
fabric
stuff.
block. Believe me, I'm sad. In fact, I'm
Sounds
probably
so
gonna
good.
make a bigger one.
I have an underground fabric block. It's selling it on the black market.
Yeah, you know it.
20 copper a square.
Well, it depends how much jute it takes to make it.
So true.
That Jew.
The jute, it's used for everything.
It really is. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see. I see dwarves being kind of a staple. We need dwarves in land or in EverQuest next. Like, they're going to be there. I feel even if they don't ever win one of these voting contests, they'll be there anyways. Like, we need them there. We're dealing with this voxel environment where we're digging and building and harvesting ores, and like what better than a dwarf to represent that?
Absolutely. I mean, it is basically a dwarf simulator. They just happen to be really tall, tall, skinny dwarves.
Exactly. Well, you
Well,
seen
and
me my first day back to streaming a couple days ago, my resolution got all mixed up.
Yes, I remember that.
And
I
so
was
everything
saying,
was stretched and squat. Yeah.
yeah, I was actually in there saying you need to just keep it that way and let Brass know so she could see dwarf landmark. Because
Yes.
the text was kind of squished a little, but it wasn't so much that you couldn't read it. It was just a little fat. So, it further seemed dwarf like at that point. So,
Yes.
that it was pretty perfect. Actually, I think you should have just left it that way. Oh well.
I'm not so sure it's not still that way. I haven't streamed lately. So, who knows?
Yeah. You should stream some more though. Good stuff.
we're practically
Ichthythed,
dwarves already too.
I will bring that up when we start the show here.
And look at our characters compared to the texture sizes, especially the larger texture sizes. We're already dwarves. I mean, we seem so small compared to most of the textures, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
that is
works.
something
It
I've noticed. It's
works.
kind of odd. Some of the textures are too large, especially when you're looking at bricks or rivets and
It's
that sort of thing.
actually not that. It's only odd in Landmark. If you go, I don't know how many people still play WoW or anything, but I still play WoW a little bit here and there with my husband. But if you go into WoW, all the textures are like 3 times the size of your character in there too. But it doesn't look weird because you're not building with it. It's just part of the landscape. It's a finished game, you know. And I noticed that the last time I went into to WoW after we were talking about textures for quite a while, and they're like, one brick is half your character. It's like, how did I not notice this before?
That's odd. Yeah, I never noticed, but it makes sense. If you're not actually building with it, you're not interacting with it. It's just it gets lost in the background.
Yeah.
So
I mean the goal as a builder is to make it look like the textures don't scale like that when you're standing around stuff. But anyway, it is time to get going here. So